Mitt Romney, and you may recognize me from television or the news or just around town. You've heard my critics say that I'm out of touch, that I'm stiff, that I just don't relate to people. And I've decided to fight back. How do you do that? By taking on the former heavyweight champion of the world.
Oh my goodness. As we anticipate this weekend's big boxing bonanza, Mayweather Pacquiao, we call to mind America's love for watching two pro athletes engaging in the physical destruction of one another until one is the winner. The furious fights in political campaigns aren't too far off, if you think about it, which might justify the upcoming matchup in the ring between a boxing legend and a legendary politician. Welcome in the only five-time heavyweight champion of the world, Evander Holyfield. Champ, it's good to talk to you.
Well, thank you.
It is a pleasure. I had the chance to, you won't remember, but I interviewed you several times over the years, and always, what a gentleman and what a great man in the sport of boxing. So it's a pleasure to get a chance to talk to you here. However, you're going to go in here and take on Mitt Romney, champ. My goodness, talk about a tomato can in the ring. This man is only 1-3, champ. You're going to hurt him.
Well, you know, I don't think it'd be in a hurt. I think in this situation here, this is what you call a win-win situation.
Because you are doing this for Charity Vision Fight Night. Tell us a little bit about the charity, because you have always been involved in some great charities.
Well, in the charity thing, these young underprivileged kids get a chance to get their sight restored. And so what more important than somebody getting their sight back? And so it's just a great thing that everybody wins.
Why Mitt Romney? Why'd you choose him?
Well, he asked me.
Okay.
He chose me, and I'm honored. I'm honored because, you know, here's a man who gives back. I'm a giver, and he give back, but he give back for more of a better reason. I said, you know, me, I came up poor and things, and I wouldn't be the person who I am if then nobody have more than enough to give me. And so this is what I do, because this is, I understand that I would have never been who I am if somebody else didn't have more than enough.
Champ, isn't that something we miss a lot of times? Because in a lot of urban areas, a lot of major cities around America, boxing used to be something that kids could always go to. It was something that was taught to them. They got a chance to become part of something, and it taught so many kids about just being a part of something and giving them a tremendous amount of self-esteem. It seems like that's missing anymore, that boxing doesn't seem to do that with the kids anymore at that level. That could be very distressing to you.
Well, it could. You know, the fact of the matter is, you know, every sport have what they call a amateur program. I think when we made a lot of money and they start taking boxing off regular TV. Hopefully, things would start changing now. I can see that boxing's on regular TV again, and someone else would have a goal or see someone who doing something who represent them and that they feel that they could do it.
Let's look at the fight that I have to ask you, of course, because you're in Las Vegas. I know you're going to be there. The heavyweight fight coming up, Mayweather Pacquiao this weekend. I got to tell you something. I know both guys, interviewed him, and I just think it's time for the Pac-Man to go ahead and finally get his due here. What do you think's going to happen?
Well, it's definitely going to be a good fight. Both of these guys, they qualified. Both of these guys have done great things. You got Mayweather who's undefeated. And everybody know at some point in time how it feels to be undefeated. I was undefeated for, 8 years, and I didn't think nobody with hands could beat me in boxing. And unfortunately, when you stray away from your game plans, and you put yourself in a position that it can happen. But Rocky Marciano did it. I'm saying, why can't someone else?
Come on, champ. I got to ask you. You got to make a pick here. Who are you taking?
I'm taking me. And I'm going to the fight. I'm going to the fight to see who going to win the fight, because I realize that regardless to what I say, it's up to them guys what they do that night. There's going to be a tremendous pressure on them. They don't need added pressure for me saying, oh, I think this guy going to win. I'm hoping that the best man win. I hope that even when if it go to the decision, I hope that it's fair.
Okay. I only got 30 seconds left, champ. I have to ask you, have you told Mr. Romney that he cannot bite?
Well, I told him, please don't bite the ear unless
Exactly.
you got $35 million. Now, the only way you can bite that ear is you got $35 million.
Okay, so if he kicks in $35 million to the charity, then he can bite the ear.
Well, he can bite the ear. I believe I can handle the pain for $35 million.
Can I take it then that you will predict a win over
Well,
your challenger?
I think what we're doing together is a win-win situation. I don't think
There you
there's
go.
any losing in what we are doing.
There isn't. Champ, it's a pleasure to talk to you again. Remind everybody it is the Charity Vision Fight Night, May 15th. It will be Mitt Romney and Evander Holyfield going at it. What a fight. Champ, thanks so much. Good health as always.
Thank you.
All right, take care. By the way, I'm not getting in the ring with that guy. The hard line continues.